Lost Island Waterpark is Iowa's best water park. Coaster enthusiasts have covered the newer Lost Island theme park extensively, but there has not been too much coverage on the original water park in this community. I am pleased to say it's a good one and well worth visiting. I'll explain why in this review. This park is located in Waterloo, Iowa, because of the owners. The Birch family owned a local cabinet company. In the mid-1990s, they went on a family vacation to Wisconsin Dells, which is arguably the water park capital of the world. The Birches wanted to bring something like that to their home, so the idea for Lost Island was conceived, and construction began in the late 1990s. The park opened in 2001, and it has been a resounding success. It's not only loved by locals, but it is often rated among the country's best water parks. This success allowed them to build the $100 million Lost Island theme park. This opened in 2022. We have seen many instances where a successful theme park opens a successful water park, but there haven't been too many instances when you first have the water park and then they build a theme park. But I'll talk more about that theme park later. One of the most striking things about Lost Island Water Park is its appearance. The park boasts an impressive collection of colorful slides, and the whole park is a tropical vibe. There is not as much theming as something like a Disney park, but there's certainly enough to capture the feel. There are palm trees peppered throughout the park, plus some themed structures and signs. The park spans 40 acres. A majority of the slides are located towards the back up this small hill, but the park is fairly easy to navigate. Now, I do need to make a confession. I was not able to get on every single slide here. Due to higher than anticipated crowds and some delayed openings at the dry park, I only had 1.5 hours at the water park. I like to ride every single water slide when I can, but this was not an option with my limited time, so I had to pick and choose which slides I wanted to experience. I prioritized the water coaster and anything with a short wait. But it was clear this park had a strong and well-rounded slide lineup. You have every major slide type, and then there's a true standout attraction with the water coaster in Wailua Kapua. This is a pro slide creation, and it's one of the better water coasters out there. It has 4 drops, all of which are steep and sizable, so you get some nice airtime on this one. Then this one is hydromagnetically powered, so it quickly shoots you upwards to maintain the brisk pacing. For tube slides, there are 2 towers. Emerald Adventure and Jade Rapids is an older one towards the front. I rode the left side and it was fairly mild, but it was upgraded with some light and sound effects. Kiwi Coaster is the green slide towards the back. It's average for the genre, solid speed but no wild turns or dips. Next door is Tangerine Tempest. This is a bowl slide. I skipped this one due to the wait, but it looked to be similar to other versions. The large drop at the start always builds up good speed. Then the visual winding about the toilet bowl is always cool. For raft slides, there are 2 options. You have the highly popular Molokini Crater. This is a pro slide tornado. This is probably the most notable slide I had to skip, but I've ridden this slide at countless other water parks. The large drop at the start usually offers some airtime. Then you get a smidge of weightlessness rocking back and forth in that giant funnel. Then there's Calypso Cascade. This is a family raft slide winding its way down a hill. This has nice duration, and with a heavy tube, you can really drift up some of the walls. For body slides, there's 1 major tower. The park's most intimidating slide is Lost Souls Falls. You drop straight down. You may lift off the slide ever so slightly as you push yourself over the edge. Then you zip down to the bottom, and unlike some speed slides, this one is thankfully smooth on your back. Also on that tower is Polynesian Plunge and Samoan Splash. These are 2 twisty body slides. I tried the pink one. It had a fine start, but I kept getting stuck in the second half and had to push myself forwards. That sort of spoiled the experience. The final major slide is a mat racer in Takatipo. I didn't even have a chance to walk back there, but it's a clone of others I've done. You have a spiral at the start that leads to a double down at the end, but the best part about this slide type is the racing element, as you have 4 lanes side by side. Kids also have some nice options available. Blue Iguana Lagoon is a cute cove with some smaller slides and active attractions like a lily pad crossing. Then there's a mini water fortress in Tahiti Village. Then anyone can appreciate the relaxing Kailahi Lazy River or the Tsunami Bay Wave Pool. I was pleasantly surprised how much I was able to do in a short amount of time. I was expecting a sizable queue for the water coaster, and it had a full queue, but it only took 15 minutes. The physical queue was fairly small, and there were a ton of rafts in use. The longest line I personally waited in was 20 minutes for the family raft slide. The body slides were total walk-ons, and the tube slides I experienced took maybe 5 minutes. If you arrive at opening, I would recommend heading towards the back of the park first. I would then prioritize Molokini Crater, Tangerine Tempest, and Calypso Cascade because they had the longest waits for me. Now there is one truly awful policy of park close. Not everyone in line will get to ride, and I confirm this was not an isolated incident. This is done daily at both the theme park and water park. I was in line for Wailua Kapua to get one last ride. This was maybe 10 minutes before the park closed. Shortly thereafter, the park announced they would only send 3 more rafts. Fortunately, as a solo rider, I was able to join with a group of 3. But most other people were not so lucky. They had to evacuate the queue. And it wasn't just Wailua Kapua either. Every single slide did this. I saw flocks of disappointed guests walking down the stairs, and in their frustration, many left their tubes behind, so the lifeguards had to go retrieve them all. I prefer when a park keeps their queues open until park close and allows everyone to ride. I understand that many parks interpret park close as the final cycle. 99% of the time when parks do that, they will close the queue early so everyone in line at least gets to ride. Lost Island is the 1%. They keep the queue open, giving everyone false hope, and it wasted people's time. I really hope they revise this policy because it can leave a sour taste in your mouth at the end of the day. Beyond this policy though, operations were solid, staff members were friendly, and they had slides ready to go once they got the green light. So how much does it cost to visit this park? It's very reasonable for a water park of this caliber. Parking is surprisingly free. Day tickets cost $39 at the gate, but you can get them for $32 to $36 in advance online. There are also combo tickets that include the dry park. You can get a one-day 2-park pass for $62. Because of the low wait times the theme park typically has, it's usually possible to do both parks in a day. Or you can get a 2-day 2-park pass for $75 if you want to take things slower. However, I'm not so sure many people are buying these. If you have followed Lost Island, you know the theme park has had fairly low attendance. And that really is a shame because it's a nicely themed park with some quality attractions. Compare that to the water park that draws good crowds. I think there are 2 factors at play. 1, the water park is better known. It has been around for 20 years longer, and it's regarded as the state's premier water park. When people in Iowa think of amusement parks, they think of Adventureland. I also had heard the Lost Island theme park did not have much advertising at first. Then you can't see much of the theme park from the water park. This ties into the second factor, the location. You see, the theme park was not built directly next to the water park. This decision was made so the theme park would have more land available for expansion. The 2 parks are roughly 1 mile apart, so while it's technically walkable, it is not particularly convenient. You really need a drive between them. If the park offered some sort of shuttle service between the 2 properties, that could help boost attendance. I say that because the water park is a miniature golf course and go-kart track in the same parking lot. There's a combo ticket for $47 including all 3 of these things. A lot of guests appear to take advantage of this ticket because of the convenience. Some final miscellaneous things. 1. If you need a locker, these cost $7 to $12. This is a bit cheaper than what most other parks charge. I did see a lot of people still storing their belongings on lounge chairs instead, but I don't trust my valuables out in the open like that. 2. There are a few food stands scattered about the park. but due to time constraints, I was not able to try any of them. If the food is similar to the theme park, it's probably okay. 3. If you need to stay overnight, the park actually has a campground. Alternatively, there are standard hotels in the area as well. So do I recommend Lost Island Waterpark? Yes, I do. This is definitely the best water park in all of Iowa. I like the park's atmosphere. The slide lineup is good as well, as it has quantity, quality, and diversity, and Wailua Kapua is one of the better water coasters out there. I think you want at least a half day here to comfortably experience it in full. I definitely want to give myself more time when I one day return. But it is possible to experience the highlights in a short amount of time like I did. I would have been content getting on just Wailua Kapua, so everything else was a bonus. If you can only pick one park to visit, I think it comes down to personal preference. If you tend to prefer water parks, you will probably prefer this one. But if you tend to prefer theme parks like I do, you'll probably prefer the dry park. So those are my thoughts on the Lost Island Water Park in Waterloo, Iowa. What are your thoughts on this park? Have you been there? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you consider subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.